In today's video, we're checking out one of the most impressive budget electric guitars I've ever played. This is the Artist STMVG. This is a lefty, so it's got an L on the end of the model number there, but you can of course get this in a right-handed configuration. Not only do these pickups sound spectacular, it plays great. We get a nice roasted maple neck. It's nice and light. There's a tremolo arm, which you'll see throughout this video. It's overall one of the best budget guitars I've ever played. If you're a beginner or intermediate player looking for a Strat that doesn't break the bank, I can highly recommend this, and I'll talk more about it at the end of the video. Before we get into it, a huge thank you to Artist Guitars for sending this out. If you want to check it out, I'll link it in the description box below. You're about to hear this in the context of a jam track, and then we'll get over to some isolated tones. Here we go. Here's the Artist STMVG up close. Now, this is a very light electric guitar. It's a poplar body with a maple veneer. The neck is roasted maple. It's Canadian roasted maple neck here. And as you can see, it's got a beautiful finish. It's a nice smooth satin finish. It's not sticky or whatever in the hand. We get 3 Strat style pickups in here. They're called Wrangler pickups. They are single coils, but the great news is if you're playing on either neck and middle or middle and bridge, it also cancels the hum, which is always a good thing. While this guitar feels great in the hand, it's nice and light, the pickups sound way better than they should in a guitar at this price point. We get a 5-way toggle switch, so your typical Strat switching, 1 volume control and 1 tone control. I love the fact that the output jack is under here instead of plugged into the plastic pickguard. I dig it. We get a 2-point floating tremolo, the whammy bar is included, and it also works very well. The tuning stability has been fine. Just know if you plan on hardtailing this, you're gonna have to add a block to the inside of the tremolo system because it is floating just straight out of the box. So just keep that in mind. A massive thanks to the folks from Artist Guitars for sending this out for the review. This does go back to them, but I'm seriously considering buying one of these. This is one of the most impressive budget Strats I've ever played. No kidding. I would take this and play it out live. It really does feel and sound great. So it's nice and light too, which is always a bonus. If you want to check this out, I'll link it down below. Let's get into it. All right, let's kick it off with some clean tones. If you'd like to play clean, this is one of the best sounding Strats I've ever played at any price. The Strat tone out of this is unbelievable. So let's give this a shot on neck pickup. It's a great tone. Over to both pickups. That's a great sound. Over to middle. Middle pickups, kind of underrated in my opinion. Over to middle and bridge pickups together. That's great. And over to bridge. Nice steely tones. Let's try the tone control on that bridge pickup. Here we go. So you can definitely tame the tops if you choose to. Single tone control. Awesome. Let's try some crunch tones now, starting on the bridge pickup. But what I'm going to do is start with the volume control down and show you how ridiculously dynamic these pickups are for a budget guitar. Have a listen to this. So that sounds dead clean. If I go over to neck, same thing, all my top end is there and it sounds dead clean. Back to bridge, but with the volume up. Have a listen to the difference. That's all from just using my volume control. Over to neck pickup. That really sort of voicey sound that some Strats just lack when you play these kind of notes. All right, over to neck and middle, and as you can hear, there's no buzz in this position, which is great. Middle pickup. Over to middle and bridge. That position sounds really good. Yeah. So if you like to play just using the volume control, you can set up your pedal or your amp and just forget about it. You can just use one sound and use your volume control. It's really versatile. And lastly, over to a higher gain tone. Have a listen to this. We will get a little bit of buzz here, but as soon as I go over to bridge and middle pickups, it eliminates that completely. So let's have a listen. That is so dynamic just by using that volume control, so let us know what you think. Let's wrap this video up. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this Artist Guitars STMVG in Seafoam Green. This is the best budget Strat I've ever played. It's not even close. It feels so good. I think the closest thing to this would be an Ibanez that I recently reviewed, which is a few $100s more, at least in Australia. Locking tuners, the roasted maple neck here is beautiful. These pickups sound great in all positions, and if you like those in-betweens, this sounds better than most Fender Strats I've played that are much more expensive. That in-between position is kind of like a make or break on a lot of guitars, and it really does sing in the first position of bridge and then middle and neck pickup. But all positions sound really nice. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love the fact we get one volume control and a single tone control instead of two tone control. It's one less tone control to worry about and one less tone control doing nothing the entire time. I don't know how many people out there actually use a tone control for these first two pickups or any combination of those or even these two. Usually most people will use a tone control on an S-type guitar on the bridge pickup, and that's the only time you probably need to use it, but these pickups sound unreal. They almost sound like a custom shop set of pickups, which is disturbing considering how inexpensive this guitar actually is. It's also nice and light. It stayed in tune thanks to the locking tuners. We get a tremolo arm here as well. There is quite a bit of play in this tremolo arm system here. I don't know if it's just this particular copy or what, but it's a little bit hard to get this into like the spot that you need it into. And then there's just a little bit of wiggle room. It doesn't fall out and it doesn't fall down, but there is just a little bit of play in there. It is a floating trem as well, so if you want to sort of hardtail this off, you'll need to put a block in the back. But overall, man, this guitar far exceeded my expectations. I think this is one of the best inexpensive guitars I've ever played, and I've been doing this for a long time. If you want to check this out, I'll link it below, and a massive thanks to Artist Guitars for sending this out to the channel for the review. This might be something that I consider buying down the track as a project guitar, but it sounds so good already. I mean, what do you mod on it if it already sounds and plays great? Crazy stuff. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon. See ya.